You know what drives me crazy?
Fitness influencers on YouTube who are in their 20s and 30s talking about what's the best move for somebody over 60 or over 70. How in God's name do you know what's better for a 60 or 70-year-old when you're only 30?
You know, a 20 and 30-year-old exercise influencer, or fitness influencer, they know the science. They know all the science behind the motions and the proper form and everything, but they have no clue, believe me, what it's like to be 60 or 70 years old and to be able to do exercise. It just that thought doesn't enter into their heads because it can't. It just can't because they've never been that old. They don't know the feeling. When it comes to exercise science, I have the same education as a 20 or 30-year-old, but I also have one advantage. I know what it's like to be over 60. So, plus I have the bodybuilding experience. So, I think maybe I might be a little bit more qualified to talk about what's the best exercises for somebody over 60 because I do it and it pertains to me personally. I also have an advantage of being disabled for a long period of time due to COVID. If you followed my other videos, you know that I was hospitalized for quite a long time and have been battling long COVID symptoms for over 2 years now. So I kind of know what that's like too when you got to the point where it's really hard. And that's the boat that a lot of 60 and 70-year-olds are in because they haven't been exercising for a while. And let me stress right now that if you're at that point where it's you think there's no way I can get out, exercise, or do anything, you are so dead wrong. It is never, and I mean never, never too late to start exercising. You just have to use common sense. What feels good for you, okay? First things first, I always tell my clients when I'm training them, if you can get out and walk, and I don't really care if it's to the mailbox every day, okay? If that's the furthest you can walk or to the end of your driveway, that's fine, all right? That's fine. Don't let anybody tell you different. Walk out to the end of your driveway, walk back, okay? Next day, strap on those shoes, walk to the end of the driveway, walk 5 steps further if you want, okay? Walk back. Do this every day. Every day, walk a few steps further. And before you know it, you're down the road and it's a mile and a half, and you're a half hour into it, and you're like, wow, where did this come from? Believe me, it works that way. I mean, you have to just start slow if you haven't been exercising, and you will get there. But you got to be determined to do it every day. You can't just do it one day and say, "Oh, I feel like crap the next day, so I'm just going to scratch today and not do it." No, it doesn't work that way. You're going to end up in that chair for the rest of your life if you do that. The same principle applies when lifting weights, and you do need to lift weights, especially women. As you get older, as you already know, you have problems because no more estrogen. You have problems with osteoporosis. Best thing to do for osteoporosis is do weight bearing exercise. Even if you got to start out with your little pink dumbbells, right? Or your little blue dumbbells, whether it's a boy or girl, it's up to you. Start light and work your way up. Don't be ashamed of using a little blue or pink dumbbell. Do your exercises anyway. You could do these sit in a chair watching TV if you really want to. Who can't do curls while they're sitting watching TV, or do some side lunges, just anything, side laterals, excuse me, you know, but start lifting weights. And the same principle as the walking, start slow, then you work your way up to the big boys, okay? You can do it. And you don't have to do it lifting every day. Start out slow, work different body parts, chest one day, back the next day. Or like I said, if all you can do is sit in your chair and do curls, do shoulder presses, that's great. At least you're doing something and you're using weight. Just remember, as you get to the point where you can do it very easily, increase that weight. And next thing you know, you're down at your local Planet Fitness and you're lifting 50-pound dumbbells, maybe. So, just start slow, work up. Anybody can do it. That is what the best exercises are for people over 60 and 70. The exercises that you're going to do, that's the best ones. In future videos, I'm going to show you what I do over the course of a day, and it's not a lot. I don't do a ton of exercises and stuff. I kind of do exercises throughout the day. When I get up in the morning, after I shower, I do some toe raises. Right there, some heel raises, calf raises, whatever you want to call them, right there by the shower. And I just do them until it feels good. Then I'll go in, I get dressed, and while I'm doing that in the bedroom, I might do a couple of deep squats. It only takes a couple, but you got to go, excuse my language, ass to the grass if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Grab a door jamb or something and just go down as low as you can. Just do a couple a day. Do one every day if that's all you can do. But believe me, after a while, you'll just notice it'll be a slight change. But 6 or 7 weeks into doing this routine, you'll notice that you're getting stronger and that your balance seems a little bit better too, which is super important as you get older. So, stick around and stay tuned for some other videos. I'll put some stuff up that will help you down the road and get you moving. But the thing is, just get up and do it. Just start today. Don't wait. Never too late.